Alright, Karina baby, if you look behind me, I put up more photos just of us. My entire life, I've been waiting to have a beautiful baby. As a woman, that's when my life made sense. I have this beautiful baby. I get to teach everything in the world to, whether I agree with the viewpoint or not, I get to teach you everything, even things I don't understand. I was teaching you quantum physics. I still listen to quantum physics. I don't exactly get string theory. Your papa does better. But I just wanted you to have the opportunity. I'll be doing Dr. Quantum. Remember the little guy in the cartoon that does the double slit experiment with the light waves and the light particles and how they react differently whether or not you observe them, right? And we were doing stuff about the periodic table of elements. We call it the ABCs of the universe. We were doing everything and anything. And even if I didn't understand it, I wanted you to have a good grasp and foundation on it. We were doing particles in an electron, we were doing atoms, we were doing everything and anything, because babies and children have the potential to learn so much. And there's been studies done on people of what they know from the time that they're little to the time that they're gone, like up to heaven. And it's what you learn when you're little. So I wanted you to learn everything and anything. So you can see, no, they're far away, but Mama was trying to just teach you everything and anything and take you everywhere, so this way you got the experience of things and you could be there in person and decide what it is that you wanted to learn and you wanted to do, because you are your own being. You get to make your own choices, and I just wanted you to be able to do that and be able to think outside the box. My father used to say that all the time. Well, is it inside the box, or are you thinking outside the box? There has to be another way to do it, right? Don't think inside this box. And because of that, I am an abstract thinker. I think of things that maybe don't go together, but work. We were outside the other day. We made a duck pond a couple weeks ago on the property, and Miss Amber was getting a hose and putting the hose from the duck pond to the garden, so this way she could pump it out. And I'm like, why don't you just use buckets and we'll empty it out? It'll be much faster. And she's like, we don't have buckets. I'm like, oh no, we do. And then she's like, yep, that's a good idea. And then we did the buckets, you know? Like, automatically, when something can or could be done differently, like, I tend to just come up with ideas, and I've always been an idea person, that's for sure. Your papa knows that about me. But, like, I just wanted you to have the opportunity to grow, and I just wanted to be there for it. I just wanted to be a woman. I just wanted to be a mother. I just wanted to raise children. That's it. Just wanted a man who worked outside the home and eventually came home. Mama had everything that she ever wanted. Mama had a beautiful baby. I still have a beautiful baby. I just don't have you right here, right now. And my heart is completely shattered, baby. But you have to get through the day, to get through the week, to get through the month, to get back to you. Alright? And I'm just glad that I put some of the photos up. I have photos now all around my room of you. And I just miss you. I just love you. You have no idea how much I miss you. I'm sorry that life is unpredictable, and that I decided not to break your papa's reality on ever. I should have. Alright. Today is the 30th for a year full of stories. We are doing new homes. How appropriate. Let me tell you something about homes. Home, right? Sign for home is where you eat and where you sleep. Your home is where you are. Where do you eat and where do you sleep, right? So your home is relative to where you are. Just like time and space is all relative, right? Alright, so one night there was a terrible storm in Noah's Park. Thunder rumbled overhead, and a strong wind blew an oak tree down. Early the next morning, some crows came and perched on Noah's roof. "Can we stay with you?" they asked. "The wind has blown our nest away." "Yes," said Noah, "you can stay until you have built new ones." Later, when Noah went into his yard, he found Mr. and Mrs. Squirrel on the lawn. They looked upset. "Can we stay with you?" asked the squirrels. "The wind has blown our tree down." "Of course," said Noah. "You can stay until you find somewhere else to live." After that, 2 owls, a family of mice, and a toad came to see Noah. They had all lost their homes in the oak. "I think," said Noah, "we have better go and look for another tree where you can make new homes. My home is getting too full." So the crows, the squirrels, and 2 owls, the family of mice, and the toads all followed Noah into the forest. The storm has done a lot of damage. There were broken branches everywhere. At last Noah spotted a huge oak where all the animals could live. The crows built their nest right at the top. The owl found a hollow in the trunk, and the squirrels climbed about looking for acorns. Well, the mice and the toad burrowed around the roots. "Now that you've all got new homes, I can go back to mine," said Noah. "But please come and visit me soon." "Thank you, Noah," said the animals. "We will." "I was just down visiting Miss Marie in a home that I used to live in. And she is doing quite well. Her hair's gotten so long. She looks so pretty. She's such a good woman." That's the thing about Miss Marie. She's no drama at all. She's just a good woman. She's a very good woman. And I miss her. She's a good, good lady. She's waiting to go to her new home where other people will help her manage her everyday life. She's going to live in a retirement facility, and where she won't have any stairs to climb up and down, because right now that's why she's moving. All right. So our next story is six Sillies from the World's Best Fairy Tales. So 6 Sillies. Once upon a time there was a girl who had reached the age of 37 without even having had a suitor. For she was so foolish that no one wanted to marry her. One day, however, a young man arrived to pay court to her, and her mother, beaming with joy, sent the girl down to the cellar to draw a jug of beer. As her daughter did not come back, the mother went down to see what had become of her, and found her sitting on the stairs, her head in her hands. Well, by her side the beer was running all over the floor, for she had forgotten to close the tap. "What are you doing?" asked the mother. "I was thinking what I shall call my first child, after I am married to that young man. All the names in the calendar are taken already." The mother sat down on the staircase beside her daughter and said, "I will think about it with you, my dear." Oh, she's like, "I'm gonna marry him, and what is my first baby's name gonna be?" Right? That is perfect. She's already 37. The father, who had stayed upstairs with the young man, was surprised that neither his daughter nor his wife came back, and he in turn decided to go down to look for them. He found them both sitting on the stairs, while beside them the beer was running all over the ground from the tap, which was wide open. "What are you doing there?" "The beer is running all over the cellar." "We were thinking about what we should call the children that our daughter will have when she marries that young man. All the names in the calendar are taken already." "Well," said the father, "I will think about it with the two of you." As neither daughter nor mother nor father came upstairs again, the suitor grew impatient, waiting for them, and went down into the cellar to see what they could all be doing. He found the three sitting on the stairs, while beside them beer was running all over the ground from the tap, which was still open wide. "What in the world are you all doing, that you don't come upstairs, and that you allow the beer to run all over the cellar?" "Yes, I know the beer is flowing, my boy," said the father, "but if you marry our daughter, what shall you call your children? All the names in the calendar are already taken." When the young man heard the answer, he replied, "Well, goodbye, I am going away. When I have found 3 people sillier than you, I will come back to marry your daughter." So he started his journey, and after walking a long way, he reached an orchard. Then he saw a man knocking down walnuts from a tree and trying to throw them into a cart with a fork. Oh my. "What are you doing there?" the young man asked. "I want to load the cart with walnuts, but cannot manage to do it." The young man advised him to get a basket and put all the walnuts in it, and then turn the basket over into the cart. "Well," he said to himself, "I have already found someone more foolish than those 3. I wonder why he thought it was foolish to be sitting there thinking about the names of the children. It was foolish to have the beer running out. And it was foolish not to come back to the guest that you want to eventually marry to have the children with. But names are important. Like, your name is Karina, right? So no matter how mad someone gets at you, they always have to say your name with an A, right? If they use your full name. Karina, Karina, Karina. It doesn't sound like you're ever in too much trouble. And that's why Mama chose a name that ends lightly at the end, because I don't want people to be yelling at you, and I don't want people to use your name nastily, and I want you to feel loved and cared for and seen no matter what, right? So I gave you a very feminine, girly name that your papa actually picked out. You're actually, doesn't matter, but your name is beautiful. I don't care where the name actually came from or anything like that. Your name is gorgeous, Karina, and I love it. It's just Karina, Karina, right? And your name means princess, but Mama uses it like this. You make my heart happy, because you make my heart filled with joy. But if you were to sign your name and sign for somebody else, you could use Princess Karina, right? Because your name means princess. You are my princess, and I love you. Alright, so he went on his way, and by he came to the wood. There he saw a man who wanted to give his pigs some acorns to eat, and was trying with all his might to make the pigs climb up the oak tree. "What are you doing, my good man?" asked he. And what a good man. He's like, "What are you doing, my good man?" He's being so gentle about it. He wants to just be curious. So, "What are you doing, my good man?" asked he. "I want to make my pigs eat some acorns, but I can't get him to go up the tree. If you were to climb up and shake down the acorns, the pig would pick them up." "Oh, I've never thought of that." "He is the second foolish one," said the young man to himself. So, some way further along the road, he came upon a man who has never worn any trousers, and who was trying to put on a pair. He had fastened them between two trees and was jumping with all his might high up into the air and trying to hit the, the two legs of the trousers as he came down. It would be much better if you held them in your hands, said the young man, and then put your legs in one after the other. Dear me, to be sure, you are sharper than I am. And what a compliment the young man who's trying to jump into his trousers gave the young man who's trying to give him advice. Dear me, to be sure, you are sharper than I am. What a gentle, gentle story, right? What a gentle, gentle telling. For that never occurred to me. And having found three more foolish than the girl and her father, or her mother, the young man went back to marry the young lady. And in the course of time, they had a great many children. Oh, that's great. The young man must have been super handsome for the young lady to just be like, that's my only suitor, I'm marrying that one. Right? What a great story. Alright, this is actually a library book, so I'm going to go down to the library today and actually get this checked out, because there's stories in here I haven't heard before. I've never heard of the 6 Sillies before, and I like that there's different stories in here as well. Alright, Karina baby, just know that I love you. Just know that I love you and that I miss you, and that I'm so incredibly sorry that life doesn't happen sometimes the way that we expect it or the way that we want it. But that's life though. Like 99% of the time you'll drop a balloon, right? And it'll go down. But there's that 1% of the time where it will go up because it's filled up with helium and you just don't know it, right? So life, no matter what, is unexpected. Just like the particles or the wavelengths for just the light elements itself. Just like we don't know the current speed of light. We have an idea or estimate of what it is, but we are basing a whole entire theory and forum on something that we don't have an exact time on, right? Life is unexpected. Life is sometimes unmeasurable. Life is, you don't know how someone's going to react to something, right? And maybe I did give up my life, but I gave up my life for somebody that I believe in, for somebody that I put through college, for somebody that I love, and somebody that I trusted. And you know, somebody that I never, ever broke his reality on anything. I love your father. I do. I still love your father. I will always love your father. I spent 13 years with him. And you are only 5. You know, your father and I have a long, long history. And we've been through so much together. And now we've been through so much apart. And no matter what, your father will always love me. I know it when he talks to me. He will always love me. And just like I will always love him. And just like we will both always love you. Your papa does earned love, though. And he thinks that mama's not so smart. So he's trying to punish me. And the easiest way to punish someone like me is to separate me from my babies. Life is hard and it's complicated, and a lot of things just aren't what they seem. As we're going through every single storybook, nothing is what it seems, right? And that's just how life truly is. And that's okay. Because in the end, what happens to all these storybooks, everything usually gets sorted out anyway. It's all going to be eventually okay. I know it's not okay right now. Mama is just waiting. There's some stuff that your father and I have to do, but it's all a waiting game because of COVID, they can't do anything. So it's just a waiting game. And I'm just trying to be okay with that. I'm just trying to be okay with that. I love you and I miss you, and I'm sorry that life is unpredictable because I never wanted to leave your side. I wanted to be there to teach you school every day and to take you to your friends' houses and to make sure that you learned and that you were just well fed and well taken care of. Trust me, you were well fed, well taken care of every single day I was there. Very well taken care of. And I know that you're getting on okay. I know it's eventually going to be okay. sometimes when you love somebody so much, like I love you so much, you're willing to toss all the chips in, alright? And try and figure it out later. That's what Mama did. I tossed all my chips in, and now we're just trying to sort this all out later. That's all it is. But just like the Rudyard Kipling poem, if. Just have to be wait and be patient by waiting, baby. And I never even wanted to leave your side. It's crazy. Just know that I love you, and I miss you, and I can't wait to see you. Alright, let's do Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to feel, and grace my fears relieved. How precious was that grace thus far, the hour I first believed. Through many dangers, snarls, and snares, I have already come. It is grace that led me safe thus far, and grace will bring me home. When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. Well, I looked over Jordan, and what did I see? Coming forth to carry me home, a band of angels coming after me, coming forth and carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth and carry me home. Well, sometimes I'm up and sometimes I'm down, coming forth to carry me home. But still I feel my soul is heavenly bound, coming forth and carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth and carry me home. Now if you get there before I do, coming forth to carry me home, tell all my friends I'll be coming there too, coming forth and carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. Swing low, sweet Sweet chariot, coming forth and carry me home. I'll be coming home, coming home, coming home to you. Coming forth to carry me home. You know my word is good, you know my word is true. Coming forth and carry me home, swing low. Sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home, swing low. Sweet chariot, coming forth and carry me home. You know that I love you. Coming forth to carry me home. You know my word is good, you know my word is true. I'd do anything for you. Swing low. Sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. Swing low. Sweet chariot, coming forth and carry me home. Karina, baby, I love you, and I miss you. I miss you so incredibly much. Sometimes I have dreams about you where your legs are just growing so fast. Like I'm holding you and you're a little tiny baby, and then all of a sudden you're bigger, and then you go, Mama, my legs hurt. And I go, baby, no, you're growing. It's okay. I'm just holding you, and I hold you close, and I'm rocking you in my dream, and I don't want to wake up. I know you're getting big. I know you're getting big. And I know I just have to wait. And I know it's going to be okay. God does everything for a reason. Alright? My father got sick for a reason, for a learning lesson, for a character building experience. So that it taught me great learning lessons for my entire life and gave me something to reflect on, to say that I'm okay right here and right now, because I know what not okay really is. God lets people go on a journey where they are crushed and they are going through trials and tribulations to make sure that we do believe and put our comfort in Him, and that we don't give up. You never give up, alright? So God puts us on a journey, right? He puts us into a family, right? And He lets us go through trials and tribulations. He lets us get our hearts broken and shattered and destroyed, right? In order to teach us to have faith, believe, and be able to be persistent and move forward. I do honestly believe that. You read through every single book in that Torah. It's all about us being separated, about the streets being smashed. Alright? Because we're Jews. And God wants to test us. Look at Job. Look at how much he went through. He lost all 6 of his children. All 6 of them. He lost everything. And his friend is like, why are you losing everything? And he goes through his limitations, and he does. He cries, and he tries to be like, why? Right? But in the end, God restored everything back to him. It wasn't his original children, no, but it was more children. Right? I'm going to get my original baby back, no matter what, into my life. But God puts everybody on a journey. And that's what I was telling you the other day. If you're at a birthday party, right, and your friend gets a huge cake with gold bricks and huge doll houses, and then it's your birthday and you don't get that, you can't compare yourself to your friend. It doesn't matter what the other person gets. You get what you get for your birthday. They get what they get for your birthday. You get what you get for life. They get what they get for their life, right? God puts everyone on a journey. And He wants to just make sure that we are having faith in Him, and that's hard. It's hard. But I do believe that God lets us go through things in order to shape us, give us character building experiences, right? So my father used to say all the time, everything's just a character building experience. It's how you take it. You can't let life make you bitter. You do have to stay sweet. I can't let this situation make my heart or my mind, my body or my soul become bitter over everything in my life. Because life isn't fair. My father used to say that all the time too. Life isn't fair. My father was such a smart man. He wasn't book smart. He wasn't, he thought that everyone had a place with smarts, though. Everyone does have a place with smarts. Everyone is intelligent in their own right. But not everyone's book smart. Not everyone's street smart. Not everyone's witty, quick-witted, Everyone has a different level of intelligence. I was with my father a lot when I was little. He was my main primary person who protected me and was with me and wanted me to learn things and go places and do things. He'd pick us up from school, come to the house sometimes and be like, hustle, hustle, grab your shoes. We didn't even have shoes on. We'd run out the door, get into the car, put our shoes on in the car if we wanted our shoes on in the car. And he'd be like, where do you want to go? And we'd pick a place. Or else he'd be like, we're going here. And he'd pick the place. Every time we were in the store, he wanted to make sure we got at least one thing that we actually wanted to eat. Whether that was pickles or string cheese. He didn't care what it was. He just wanted to know what it was that we actually wanted. And when we did any store that we'd go to, I'd be the cart. So this way we couldn't even get that much stuff, I'd be the cart. And we'd walk around the store. And he'd let us pick things out sometimes. Sometimes he'd want to, sometimes it'd just be one thing. But, I got to carry whatever it was that we were carrying and haul it to the car. My father used to shop at Aldi's before Aldi's became like a thing. He loved that store. Oh my goodness. So of course we shopped at Aldi's. He'd take us there. He was such a good, intelligent man. And he decided to take his own life for someone that he loved. And still loves. More, without a doubt in my mind, someone that he still loves. Consciousness in our bodies and awareness. Matter is neither created nor destroyed. I know that you know that. If you burn up something, you get a heap of ashes that's the same size, basically in a smaller particle form of what you just burned. Nothing is created nor destroyed, right? So if we are a body of consciousness and we have our own electronic fields going around us, everything is just a waiting game, right? I love you, I miss you, I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to see you, baby. I can't wait to hold you. I love you so much. I miss you so much. Grandbaby, let's do Lila Tove. Lila Tove, and good night to you. Lila Tove, may your dreams come true. We sing Lila Tove, may Israel protect you throughout the night until we reach the morning light. I love you and I miss you. I do. Like Papa used to say, Mama's his sun, Papa's my moon, you're our rainbow baby. No matter what, we will love you. I love you so much.